I have a question.
Yeah.
Well, it's not really a question, but it would be nice if you elaborate on setting intention. You talked about it earlier. We have to have a set intention.
Yeah.
But just quickly, just a minute ago, you talked about how the universe, just because you plant a tree over here, doesn't mean you're going to get the results from there. So what would be the best way to set intention without being so direct on, well, this is where I'm trying to get it from?
See, intention ultimately there are steps. I mean, we jump always into the intention part of it because we want to create something. But before the intention comes, there are other parts of it that we need to learn and understand, that what you are creating, how you are creating. That is a very important part of it. I used to, when I started my business a long time ago, that I was trying to achieve something, and then went to Guru, Indian Guru, and she gave me some mantras, and I was continuously doing this mantras, and because I wanted to manifest, I mean, by force, you know. And one of the mantras, I remember, I forget the whole part of it, but a piece of that, what really opened my eyes was, let me see, I have to translate that. It's a gatam dukkham, gatam papam, gatam daridramevata, agata sukh sampatti punyoham darshanat. How do I explain? We are constantly focusing on getting rid of lack, limitation, right? We want to get away from those problems, but we are focused on that. The science says whatever you focus on will expand. So what we need to do is, it was so when he says gatam dukkham gatam, so go away the pain, go away my money problems, my health problems, everything. So we are pushing those energies away. Instead, what the writer, the mantra was saying, agata sukh sampatti, means you calling that. You are not focused on getting away from this, but you are focused on creating this. So if you have a lack limitation, if I am let's say if I am trying to attract, if let's say I'm a single person right now and I want to get married, or want to go out on a date. Let me be more American. Because India is always getting married. His aunt is looking for him now. So in India, when I was young, my aunt somehow she always get next to me, sit to me. I was 18, 19-year-old, and said, anytime we are in a wedding or an environment, she says, you're next. You're next. Every time, you go in a marriage ceremony and I'm sitting there, you are next, you're next. So one time we were sitting, we had gone on a funeral, and she was sitting next to me, and you are next. And after that, she never forced me to talk about that. But so what I'm saying is, you have to focus on what you want to create, you want to bring into your environment, right? And for that, you have to create a space. So the whole idea is not to be stuck in that getting rid of this, but more into attracting this. And that space has to be empty. You have to be a welcoming, loving environment. A space needs to be created for you to attract, because that's what it's all about, the energy. Because as long as that self-limiting beliefs, or however you want to put it, as long as that energy is stuck in your environment, you're not going to be able to bring it in. Did I answer your question?
Yes.
Actually, if I go deeper into that, anybody looking at this anymore?
I have a question based on her question.
Yeah.
So if you are focusing on what you want, so your ultimate what we're ultimately talking about is the ultimate desire of the pursuit of happiness, that we're all on that path. So so this is something that I encounter, I think everyone encounters. So we have this idea that if we have this situation, this circumstantial, and we have this amount of money coming in, and we have this amount of friendship in our life, and this amount of health, and this amount of fun,
Okay.
everyday fun, we will have achieved that pursuit of happiness.
No, pursuit of happiness, we are not looking at it from the material perspective. We are looking at what is going to make your spirit happy.
Right. So
Yes.
that's what my question is that when we are on this path to create a space of circumstance, like
Opening
you're
up,
trying
yeah.
to do, right? You're trying to do what you're trying personally as well. Like you're trying to create your tribe,
Right.
You're looking for a tribe. It's going to be into what you want to share, what you want to say. Is it? This is a question I am working with right now. Is it when you're looking at sankalpa? Ultimately, you're looking at your sankalpa, your ultimate sankalpa. Will you always want to go back to that as your basis of intention, or is it, as you were saying, to create the space
Yeah.
first?
Create the space and let the sankalp come to you.
Okay.
You are not, see when you, sankalp, the word sankalp means when you are setting out an intention. Sankalp, right? You are creating an intention, but intention is not the first step. If you look at the process of manifestation, what I teach is a 7-step process of manifestation. So first is awareness, what we are learning today of how the process of manifestation works. That's the awareness. Then you have to accept it. Excuse my English, but somewhere in there. So awareness, acceptance, and then the third step is allowance. You have to allow that to come to you rather than you running after it. Okay. This knowledge, and right now we are still talking about this knowledge. Awareness of what is aware. Awareness is your consciousness basically. You are looking for in your environment. Because what you are looking for is already there in your environment. Your consciousness is not allowing it to come or manifest into your world right now. The fourth step becomes the intention. Now intention cannot be purely yours. It has to be in better good of all. It's a collective consciousness is what we are talking about as far as the intention is concerned. And then you're talking about attention, focus. That's what the science says. What you focus on will expand. That's what happens in the attention. Intention, attention. Now we're coming to the vibration part of it. You have to vibrate. The frequency has to be. This is what we are talking about. The frequency. So what chakras, what we are talking about, the chakras here, the chakras, let's say if it is a relationship, then that frequency of heart is going to be there. So that's basically how you open up that space. If, for example, if you are, yes, I was talking about my relationship, or if I want to go out on a date, then I need to create a space or an environment into my heart or into my environment, in my energy field, that will attract the lady to look at me and come and say, okay, that I want to meet with this person, I want to sit down, have a cup of coffee, or whatever it is, right? But if I am not letting go of my past, and if I'm stuck in my past and all that, that does not come in. Or if I have a preconceived notion of this is what I want to do, this is what should be, it's going to create a conflicting energy. So that the vibration has to be congruent to what you are trying to attract. So attention, vibration, and then gratitude. Gratitude starts the whole cycle all over again. When you are being gracious to, the grace comes into picture when you have a gratitude. That's when everything. The vibration, again, the vibration is created by your expectations. And that's what we are talking about. The creation of vibration is out of your expectation. For example, if we are starting a new partnership for me and Michelle, right? We are working this together, that we are going to bring out this knowledge to. But if in our consciousness, if we have our thoughts are constantly, no, people are not interested, no, this. So if you have conflicting thoughts, if your expectation based on your past conditioning is negative, then you're going to get negative results. So this is the most important part of it, the vibration, is the expectation. Because you need to shift that expectation to create your physical or the energetic environment. You need to create a shift in that body.
Jinka Perry, and I just had an amazing lecture with Rajas. I'm just excited to be here. I really truly love the fact that everyone's in the pursuit of happiness, and just learning more about that and learning about the quantum physics and how that all makes sense on pursuing happiness. I mean, I love life, so I'm happy that Rajas and Michelle is working together. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Dr. Hugh Gordon. He was extremely informative, very enlightened, and I really it hit home a lot of stuff he said.